The 2026 NFL season. What you need to know. Football is back, and the 2026 NFL season is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in years. From a stunning defending champion to major roster shakeups across the league, there's a lot to unpack before the games that actually count kick off. Let's walk through the biggest storylines heading into this year. Number 1. The defending champions. Let's start at the top. The Seattle Seahawks enter 2026 as the defending Super Bowl champions, after head coach Mike Macdonald led them to a 14-win regular season and 3 straight playoff victories to lift the Lombardi Trophy. It was a remarkable run for a Seahawks team that many didn't see coming, and now they'll spend the year with a target on their backs as everyone in the league tries to knock them off their perch. Just as remarkable was the team they beat in that Super Bowl, the New England Patriots. New England pulled off one of the greatest single-season turnarounds in recent memory, going from a dismal 4-win season to a 14-win campaign and an AFC championship. That kind of turnaround doesn't happen by accident, and it set New England up as a legitimate contender once again heading into this year. In a fitting twist, the NFL scheduled a rematch of that Super Bowl to open the new season. On September 9th, the Seahawks will host the Patriots on Wednesday Night Football, giving fans an immediate measuring stick game before the rest of the league even kicks off. Number 2. Big names, new teams. The offseason brought a wave of major roster moves that have reshaped the balance of power around the league. Perhaps the biggest headline was Myles Garrett, one of the most dominant pass rushers in the game, joining the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, Trey Hendrickson landed in Baltimore, giving the Ravens another elite presence on their defensive front. And on offense, star wide receiver A.J. Brown made the jump to New England, pairing him with a Patriots team that's already trending upward. These kinds of moves tend to ripple through entire divisions, and analysts expect all 3 of these additions to be difference makers for their new teams this season. The quarterback landscape. As always, quarterback play remains the single biggest factor in how far a team can go. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson remain the central figures for the top AFC contenders, and their health and performance will likely determine who represents the conference in the Super Bowl once again. There's also a fascinating rookie storyline brewing. Fernando Mendoza, the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft, begins his professional career with the Las Vegas Raiders. He's currently behind veteran Kirk Cousins on the depth chart, but if his preseason play continues to impress, there could be growing pressure for the Raiders to hand him the reins sooner rather than later. Over in Los Angeles, another rookie quarterback, Ty Simpson, finds himself in a very different situation. He's locked in as the backup to reigning MVP Matthew Stafford with the Rams, a strong developmental spot for a young passer.
A team in transition. Not every storyline is about success.
The Arizona Cardinals had a brutal 2025 season, finishing 3-18-14, tied for the worst record in the entire league, and suffering through a 9-game losing streak along the way. That kind of collapse has consequences. The Cardinals fired head coach Jonathan Gannon and brought in Mike LaFleur, formerly the offensive coordinator of the Rams, to try to turn things around. They also moved on from quarterback Kyler Murray, closing the book on his 7-year run as the former number 1 overall pick tries to find a fresh start elsewhere. It's a stark reminder of just how quickly fortunes can change in the NFL. One team wins it all, another finishes at the very bottom, and both enter the next season with completely different pressures. The preseason itself kicked off with the Hall of Fame game between the Arizona Cardinals and Carolina Panthers, a thriller that came down to the final seconds. 2 rookie quarterbacks stole the show early. Carson Beck impressed in his debut with the Cardinals, completing 11 of 14 passes, while Haynes King led Carolina on a late drive to secure the win. Performances like these matter more than casual fans might expect. Strong preseason showings can accelerate quarterback competitions and shift a franchise's plans for the year ahead. Beyond the quarterbacks, injuries have already become a major storyline this preseason. The Washington Commanders lost starting tackle Laramie Tunsil to a torn triceps, a significant blow to their offensive line depth heading into the year. The NFC South has been hit especially hard with several key defensive players sidelined for weeks or possibly the entire season. Those absences are opening the door for a number of younger players to step into bigger roles earlier than expected, and how they perform in August could shape roster decisions across multiple teams. So what does all of this mean heading into the regular season? A few things stand out. First, the Seahawks and Patriots enter as the two teams to beat, but both will face immense pressure to prove last year wasn't a fluke. Second, the influx of star talent changing teams, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, and A.J. Brown among them, means several contenders have reshaped their identity heading into the year, and it may take time to see how those new pieces fit together. Third, the rookie quarterback class, led by Fernando Mendoza, will be worth tracking closely, since a strong debut season from a #1 overall pick can change the trajectory of a franchise for years. And of course, the ultimate goal for all 32 teams is Super Bowl 51, which will be played at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on February 14th. Every roster move, every injury update, and every preseason snap between now and then is part of the long road toward that final game. Wrapping up, the 2026 NFL season has all the ingredients for a compelling year: a surprising defending champion looking to repeat, a historic turnaround team hungry for more, blockbuster player movement, and a fresh wave of rookie talent ready to make their mark. Training camps are winding down, preseason games are underway, and in just a few weeks, the real action begins. Buckle up. This looks like it's going to be one to remember.